Hello everyone and welcome to part 27 of a Selhurst Success Story and an episode where we face a top of the table clash against Manchester United. By the end of this episode, we could be runaway leaders of the Premier League. Hello again to all returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers that are watching this video and watching the channel for the first time. In this episode, we will be taking on Brentford and Manchester United, both in the Premier League. 2 games in the space of 3 days, I believe. And hopefully, we will pick up a couple of wins and increase our lead at the top of the Premier League table. Because as you can see, if we look at the Premier League table, we are top with 32 points, a goal difference of 24. Still only the 1 defeat in the league this season. Man United are 3 points behind us. They're unbeaten though. They've picked up 5 draws, but they're unbeaten this season. Goal difference is a lot worse than ours, so hopefully we will still be top even if we do end up losing a game. Tottenham, Liverpool, Leeds and West Ham are still within touching distance. Tottenham 5 points behind us. Liverpool are starting to lose ground. They've been playing really poorly actually. And then teams like Man City and Arsenal are like mid-table at the minute. If we look at our fixture list since the last time you were with us, if indeed you were with us last time. In the last episode, we beat Inter Milan to secure our place in the knockout stage of the Champions League, and we beat Everton away in the league. Since then, we beat Southampton 5-3, thanks to a Michael Elise hat-trick. And Julian Alvarez played that game because Klozek wasn't fully fit. Then we played Ajax away with a rotated side and got absolutely slaughtered. We got beat 4-1. And then we played Leeds away. We were 2-0 down, 2 goals from corners. Klozek was poor, so I took him off, brought Alvarez on, and he immediately sparked into life, was brought down for a penalty that Elise put away. Elise then scored a second, and Alvarez in the 95th minute finding the winner. So not much has happened really, only 3 games since the last episode. I was going to go a bit of a stretch before coming back, but with a game against Manchester United, I thought I might as well come back now and then we can go through and play the rest of December off camera after the end of this episode. So the team to take on Brentford at home is Lafont in goal, Livramento, Anderson, Renan, Mitchell, McTominay, Camavinga, Elise, Karabek, Eze and Klozek, who I'm trusting despite the fact that in the last game he was piss poor and I had to take him off for Julian Alvarez early in the second half. Alvarez is once again on the bench. He scored, I believe, 5 goals in his last 4 appearances for us. So he's starting to find a little bit of form. So unless Klozek can continue in the same vein we've come to expect from him, Alvarez might be getting a few more starts. We are into December now, so there's only a month to go until the transfer window opens, or less than a month to go until the transfer window opens. I'm expecting bids to come back in for Klozek. We've already had a couple more bids for Kaiki, but I'm not letting him go for less than £32 million. And the offers that are coming in are really low. And there's Elise with a free kick. Anderson has found the goal. He looks offside though. Yeah, the referee's blown his whistle. I think that may be offside. No, goal's been given. No VAR at all. I thought Anderson was going to cross it back. I was waiting for him to cross it back across the face of the goal. Just onside. Elise's free kick over the top, and Anderson from an acute angle has put us 1-0 up. Like I said, I thought he was going to swing it back across the face of the goal, but midfield, Patrick De Paula has been playing okay, but I found that Camavinga and McTominay are probably a better pairing. Camavinga seems to perform better playing as a central midfielder rather than the ball winner. I suppose having selection problems between a few really good players isn't anything to really moan about, is it? Brentford playing some good football here as they look to get back into the game, and Onyeka is clear and he scores. Frank Onyeka. Let's say first goal of the season. I love Football Manager. The amount of players that score their first goal of the season or their first goal for a club against you is unbelievable. But poor marking, really. Didn't keep an eye on him. And the goalkeeper should have done better. Goalkeeper should have done a lot better. Brentford have managed one shot on target in this game and they've scored. There's Elise with another one of those searching free kicks. Renan has headed it in, but again, the referee's arm has gone up. And again, the goals are awarded. Pretty much carbon copy of the last one. Elise, with the free kick in, defender breaks off from the defence, unmarked, and a nice clear header. And Anderson was just behind him, in the same position he was when he opened the scoring. As we approach half time, it looks like we're going to go in to the break with the lead, and indeed we do. And the dog is currently needing to go out, so I'm going to go and do that and then come back for the second half. Right, the dog wanted to go out. She was walking backwards and forwards across the room. I think she knows the postman's due and she likes to be outside so she can bark at him so he won't come into the front garden. The second half's underway anyway, and the first highlight of it looked like we were going to get an attack, but Brentford have cut that out and they're going to look to hit us on the counter. There's a ball over the top that isn't dealt with. The defence, that was awful defending. No one wanted to put a tackle in. But fortunately for us, Brentford's finishing was awful. Arsenal currently losing to Norwich, and Man United are currently behind at Chelsea. So if things stay as they are, we will increase our lead at the top of the table to 6 points before taking on United. And we'll be guaranteed to finish this episode as the league leaders regardless of what happens in the next game. And here's Karabek through, and there's Adam Karabek with another goal to add to his collection, and we are 3-1 up. McTominay, nice little pass to Klozek. Klozek picking out Karabek. Karabek, left-footed, slotted into the bottom corner, and it's 3-1. I'm going to make a few substitutions because we've got players that are tired and I need to save them because in 3 days' time we've got Man United. So we're going to take Elise off for a Spria. We're going to take Klozek off for Alvarez. And I think I'm going to bring Gakpo on for Eze. It's a little bit early to be making a triple substitution with just under 20 minutes left, but we'll do that anyway. There's Karabek with a free kick and has been saved out for a corner that Tyreek Mitchell will swing in. And there's a header at the back from Cody Gakpo, and the substitute who's just come on heads home our 4th goal of the game. And we're starting to run riot. Tyreek Mitchell's corner. Right over the top of everyone. Gakpo was the last man. Gets his head on it. 4-1. We're running through teams at the minute. Like, we're putting lots of goals past teams. We put 5 past Southampton, 4 past Brentford. We had games earlier on in the season where we were scoring plenty of goals. You can see that our lead at the top of the table is increased to 6 points because Manchester United lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Tottenham have lost 3-0 to Liverpool, so they've lost ground as well. Arsenal losing to Norwich to cement their place in mid-table. And if we can win against Man United, we could end this episode with a 9-point lead at the top of the Premier League table. I think I might actually start to believe we could possibly, maybe, be title contenders. One change from the team that just beat Brentford. Livramento is in need of a rest, so Agu comes in at right back. There are a few players that are just off of, they're a little bit tired, so their heart thing isn't completely full. Like Anderson, Renan, Mitchell, and Elise and Karabek as well. They're all tired from playing 3 days ago, so there might be a need for changes during this match, but I'm going with my strongest available 11 to kick things off, because this is a top of the table clash and could increase our lead at the top of the table to 9 points. We have picked up a win over Man United this season, albeit in the cup and on penalties. But hopefully home advantage will come into play. As you can see, Chelsea have beaten Liverpool 2-0 in the early kickoff, which means Liverpool, who have won the title 2 or 3 seasons in a row, are starting to lose ground as we approach the midway point of the season. And there's Pogba being called over by the referee, and Pogba has been sent off after 22 minutes. I didn't really see the challenge, to be fair. There's Elise to Anderson. Eze has his shot blocked, but there was an offside in there somewhere anyway, I think. We're on top early on. There's McTominay. Agu's cross. He's punched clear by Agu, and Tyrick Mitchell volleys it into an empty net, really. It was a poor clearance from De Gea. Let's have a look at this again. Agu's cross. De Gea comes, punches it out, and Mitchell on the volley through everyone. 1-0. Tyrick Mitchell, the left back, finishing like a striker. We've had a lot more chances. As you can see, 14 shots on goal, 7 on target. United have only managed 1 on target and are down to 10 men, but we go into the break with only a 1-goal lead. I'm going to tell them I'm delighted with them. We're winning and we're keeping a clean sheet, so you've got to be delighted, ain't you? But hopefully that'll inspire them to go on and get a second or a third here. There's a free kick in a dangerous position. Michael Elise is over it, shoots, and that's wide of the mark. Got some tired legs, so I'm going to look to make a couple of changes in a second. You look at United's formation and it's very defensive at the minute. I'm going to take Elise off. He looks shattered. What's happening there? Right, moving. We'll bring Asprilla on for Elise, and I'm going to bring Alvarez on for Karabek and play him as a shadow striker for the time being. There's Alvarez's corner. Joachim Anderson out jumps everyone at the near post, and it's 2-0. We are increasing our lead at the top of the Premier League table the way things are going. All I can see that the United manager's doing is he keeps moving Fatty from left to right to the middle to left to right to the middle. And I don't think that's going to help him, to be fair. And there's Renan, 3rd goal of the game. I said I wanted the 2nd and the 3rd. And there they are. It was Alvarez's little free kick, dinked in, Renan headed into the goal, back of the net, 3-0. And we are now 9 points clear of Manchester United. I don't know quite what Tottenham done though, so they could have closed the gap a little bit. But 25 shots on goal, 11 on target, an XG of 2.07, a 3-0 win over Man United. I know they were down to 10 men for most of the game, but they were our nearest rivals in the Premier League, and we have just completely annihilated them. And the lead at the top of the table is 7 points. Tottenham, with a 5-1 victory over Brighton, means we are 7 points clear at the top of the Premier League table after 15 games, a goal difference of plus 30, which is going to count for extra points come the closing stages of the season. And I would like to say that we are runaway leaders of the Premier League. Right, I'm going to play through pretty much the whole of December, probably the whole of December, come back at the start of the new year when the transfer window opens, and I know we've got some tough games coming up to kick the new year off. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you will join me again soon, and hopefully the next time you join me, we'll have increased our lead at the top of the Premier League table even more. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.